An old story that I've told a few times, a true story, that when I lived in Greeley, Colorado, we had a thing called T-Bone Club. And we would go to T-Bone Club, and it was a once-a-month deal, and all the cattlemen, the cattle feeders, and the ranchers all came to this meeting. And we'd have a T-bone steak, that was always good. And then, of course, we would always have a guest speaker. And I remember very explicitly one time when my good friend Kenny Monford was giving his talk that evening, and as he did, we got into nutrition as far as the feedlots, and of course, as you know, they were one of the large, cutting-edge feed yards back at that time, where they fed over 200,000 cattle and had the packing houses, and about nutrition and genetics in cattle came up, considerably in his talk. And so when he finished up with about how all of this was coming about and what part it played on the cattle, there was a cattle feeder back in the back, guy raised up his hand, and Kenny, of course, recognized him and said, yes, sir. He said, you have a question? And he said, well, I understand about all this, the genetics and nutrition and what all we need to be doing, but what kind of premiums are you going to pay us for this? And Kenny Monford's answer was, which I thought was really good at that time, I think it's good today, I think it's played all the way through, was that it's not about the premiums you're going to be paid, it's about the deducts if you don't do it.
Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Today we examine the next evolution in Superior Livestock efforts to market better and healthier cattle, and to also reward their consigners on sale day, and ultimately make buyers more profitable as well through established health programs. Superior has long been an industry leader in pioneering value-added programs, beginning with their VAC, or value-added calf protocols, back in 1995, such as VAC 45 and VAC 34. In fact, Dr. Glenn Rogers, a reputable veterinarian and rancher, has been quoted as saying that Superior Livestock's support of VAC protocols has done more to increase the implementation of routine calf health protocols than any other similar endeavor in the history of the beef industry. Initially, beginning with vaccination protocols, Superior's value-added lineup has grown to include many other programs, such as Agent Source Verified, non-hormone treated cattle, Certified Natural, GAP, and Superior Progressive Genetics, to name a few. Superior has also been diligent in only adding programs they believe benefit both the seller and the buyer, as well as the cattle industry as a whole. In 2017, Superior Livestock officially launched an innovative value-added program that put a new spin on a long-time variable, cattle health. Traditionally, when buyers and sellers think of health on sale day, they think of the vaccination history of the cattle. However, now, Superior has teamed up with BioZyme and created the cattle industry's first ever value-added nutrition programs, GainSmart and VitaFirm Raised. The goal of both programs is twofold: help the cattle industry offer healthier cattle, and reward the seller for their investment in a good nutrition program on sale day by eventually generating premiums from an established and easily recognizable value-added nutrition program. In today's show, we'll visit with cattle industry professionals to explain the need for a recognized value-added nutrition program, and to also explore the additional benefits that come with the program.
Superior has a long history of helping develop value-added programs and bringing attention and recognition to those programs that really truly do enhance the value of the cattle. Whether you're talking about vaccination programs, which we've been a leader in bringing attention to good vaccination programs, or the various other value-added programs that we've promoted over the years, the nutrition has probably been a neglected area of this value-added concept, and to have a partner like BioZyme step up to help bring attention to the nutrition component as a value-added program, I think is revolutionary, and I think it's going to continue to grow. At Superior Livestock, we don't add a program to our value-added list and put an icon up for just anything. We vet those programs, and we make sure that we feel like it's something that's important to the buyer, that's going to truly add value to the cattle before we agree to move forward with something like this. So this is an important program for us.
VitaFerm, I've been around it a long time. Years ago, back in Wyoming, we kind of one of them in-house test deals, but we ran cattle that we fed regular mineral to, and then we fed VitaFerm. And the cattle that were eating the VitaFerm were running right across the fence. I mean, it was in big country, but they still were running pasture across the fence. The VitaFerm cattle outgained them by 1/4 pound a day for the entire summer gain. Had the same thing happen to me just this last year, that I had cattle on VitaFerm, and I was using VitaFerm on the steers out on grass. And when we got done, this outfit that I was running the cattle for runs about 6,000–7,000 cattle on grass, and they put them out with different people. My cattle outgained all the rest of the cattle. As an auctioneer and sitting behind the mic, I see it day after day, lot after lot, when they're having a sale, is when they're on a good program, they're on a good genetic program, they're on a good health program, they're on a good nutrition program, that these cattle outsell the cattle that are not.
When we come back, we'll get one of Superior's other world champion auctioneers to give his thoughts on the first ever value-added nutrition initiative. You're watching The American Rancher. Stay with us. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Since the mid-90s, Superior has been a leader and an innovator in marketing cattle and generating premiums for their customers through recognized programs offered at the point of sale. Many people in the livestock industry market on Superior because they know Superior has worked hard to recognize and reward them for their participation in programs that benefit the cattle and also the buyers and sellers.
We're in a day and age now where definitely nutrition plays a huge part in health and in the added value in the cattle. And with VitaFerm and the program that you put them on there, and with the GainSmart program, you can see the results in the cattle. And I think when we go to moving the cattle from one place to the other, it definitely shows great results. As we revolutionize into a new era, it's going to continue. I mean, with the vaccination programs, that come out at first and was a huge asset to the industry. And then I think the further we go, with GainSmart, and the further on we go with the nutrition that's put forth with BioZyme and all the mineral programs that they have and what they put forth, it's definitely going to play a huge role in the future. And from an auctioneer standpoint, you see that, and we're seeing it big time. The cattle that are on the programs and the cattle that are on nutritional programs, there's great value in it. What BioZyme's put together with VitaFerm and with GainSmart, and really stepping forth and helping the producer be able to gain more dollars per hundredweight on sale day, has just been phenomenal at what they've done and being true advocates for the industry as well as for the health and nutrition of the cattle.
Healthier cattle are more profitable cattle. In addition to Superior recognizing load lots on the GainSmart or VitaFerm raised nutrition programs on sale day, these programs have many other benefits on every day. Number one, above all else, is BioZyme's mineral products make and keep cattle healthier. We're seeing more cattle than ever sell on Superior as part of a GAP, NHTC, Verified Natural, or Owner Certified Natural program. And a healthy mineral program goes hand in hand with keeping cattle in these programs. Once an animal gets sick and requires an antibiotic, it falls out of the natural program. So the best way to keep them from getting sick and falling out of these programs is through prevention. A big part of prevention is a combination of both a good vaccination and a good nutrition program. For more on this, we join up with Wayne Cockrell, a cow-calf producer and also stocker operator who utilizes the GAP4 program and has been selling on Superior for 18 years.
You know, right now we sell our calves through Superior Livestock. They're going to be GAP4, NHTC, all natural, agent source verified. And they're going to be, those are going to be primarily out of Brangus cows and Angus bulls, be 44 Farms, Gardner genetics on those calves. Well, being an all natural, NHTC, especially the all natural, anytime that we have to, you know, we have a calf that gets stressed and gets sick and we have to pull that calf out of the program, that's a financial hit to us. And so our main focus is prevention. You know, first and foremost, is we're looking at, I'm saying in my situation, it's the vaccine. You know, what vaccine program have you been on? Then I'm gonna ask, you know, what type of nutrition have these calves been on? Because I wanna know, you know, what kind of to expect as far as a gain on them. And with that, what type of mineral program they've been on. A lot of the health problems that we have in the feed yard started, you know, months before the weaned calf. They may have started even at the cow-calf level. You know, that calf was never on a good mineral program. And so then it goes to a stocker program. And as producers, we spend a lot of time and we're looking for the perfect ration, and we don't get the performance that we're expecting. Well, sometimes a lot of that's because we just ignored a very key, you know, component of that nutrition plan, which is the mineral plan. It all ties together. If you have a vaccine program, and then you have a genetic program, and then, you know, lastly, kind of how that ties into it is having a nutrition plan. You know, that's all. You know, what those buyers want to know are those three things. You know, what's the vaccine history, what's the genetics, and what type of nutrition, you know, have these cattle been on prior to repurchasing them.
When we come back, we'll visit with Ty DeCordova, who is a longtime Superior rep, as well as Alan Lee with BioZyme. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to The American Rancher. Ty DeCordova and his family have long been entrenched in the Superior livestock family. The DeCordovas own the livestock market in Buffalo, Texas. They're part of the Superior Sale Day auction staff, and they market and run a lot of cattle in East Texas. Ty believes in the BioZyme products and has even begun dealing it. He also reps some of the top-selling cattle on the GainSmart and VitaFirm raise programs this summer. Ty definitely knows firsthand the benefits of a good nutrition program and gives his take on what role nutrition will play in the future.
The thing about the nutrition part is if they have a balanced nutrition, it helps our medicines, our IBRs, PI3s, all of that stuff on our VAC programs work more efficient. If their body already has the right amount of minerals and has the right amount of nutrition in him, if the animal's already healthy, the medicine protocols we go through, it just helps that work twice as good. You know, we're starting to see more and more of it where we're putting some stuff out there and starting to get some more results back as far as what the nutrition side of it's going to bring. I think within the next 3 to 5 years, we'll have some data back, some good strong data back. BioZyme's already got a little bit back on some test stuff they've done, but it's gonna, next 3 to 5 years, you'll see this nutrition deal where them feed yards are really putting 2 and 2 together, that's really what's helping their vaccine protocol as well. Very, very much so, and because we can use it in so many different ways. We can use it as fly control too, on a cow-calf deal where we got a set of cows that's in a 1,200-acre river bottom. You don't put your hands on them a whole lot, so you depend on supplements to do stuff like that, and that minerals are one big supplement we use a lot of. The GainSmart deal with the stocker calves, with the stress shrubs and the drench, is an outstanding program for these stocker guys. Even home-raised ranch calves, the Hill Ranch, F.E. Hill, John and them over there in Fairfield, we got them on the VitaFirm GainSmart deal with all their yearlings. and they haven't doctored one calf out of their first 700 they weaned. So they go there right on that drench, and they go right on them stress tubs for the first 2 weeks, and then right straight on the GainSmart mineral, and it keeps them in their programs. They're NACC and all natural, and they do all them programs. And if you can put anything in front of them to keep all your calves on that's what you're after. You want, the main thing with NACC and all natural is you want to keep all of them in there. Well, what the GainSmart deal does with the stress tubs and the drench and their mineral, it'll keep them in their program, and also it transfers over to the feed yard. So when the feed yard gets them, they're healthy, they got good nutrition, they've been on that program, they ought to just go straight on for the feed yards too. I use it. I mean, I wouldn't be trying to get you to use something we don't use. So if I didn't think it was good enough, and you know, yeah, it's more expensive in spots for us too. But if I didn't think the end product was good, we wouldn't use it. I mean, it's kind of just like you sell much anything else. If I do it, if it's good enough for me, I think it's good enough for you.
Alan Lee is the Director of National Sales in the South for BioZyme. He has been instrumental in forming this relationship with Superior and has put in many miles to be the face of BioZyme with Superior's reps, consignors, and buyers. Alan is very knowledgeable about cattle nutrition and is also a go-to person for these programs. We'll visit with him about how both GainSmart and VitaFirm Raise specifically work.
The GainSmart program is designed for the stocker and yearling segment of the industry. It is a program that we've launched through the Superior Livestock Auctions, and the basics of the program are 3 steps. You drench the cattle on day 1, they stay on a stress tub for 14 to 21 days, and they're on one of the 3 mineral products for a minimum of 45 days prior to the sale, and remain on that mineral product through the delivery. You know, we have 3 options. We have a grass mineral, we have a cool season wheat and or rye mineral, and then we have a balancer that has rumensin in it if you're utilizing a TMR or that has a fit within your program. But it's a basic 3-step program with a minimum of 45 days on the product prior to marketing. The VitaFirm Raised program is one that I get really excited about because it's a program that allows for our producers that are utilizing VitaFirm products in their cow herd to be recognized of the nutrition on their calves. And just like the GainSmart program, those calves have to be on a VitaFirm product for a minimum of 45 days prior to the Superior sale and remain on that through delivery. There are going to be certain load lots of cattle along the way that will qualify for both of these programs. And as we've seen this gain some traction through Superior Livestock Auctions, we've seen more and more of that. You know, a lot of these calves have been raised on a cow herd that the cows have been fed VitaFirm mineral throughout the year, whether it was Conceptate or Heat or whatever it may have been, and then also post-weaning transitioned right into the GainSmart program. These producers have seen the benefits in their cow herd and want to remain to capture that extra performance once these calves have been weaned. You know, there were quite a few at the Winnemucca sale that captured both emblems. There's a producer in South Arkansas that has been a long-term customer that had multiple loads of cattle that did qualify for both emblems, and I know there's many more out there that will too. You know, we at BioZyme are really excited about our partnership with Superior Livestock and launching the first ever nutrition-based value-added program. You know, not only are they the nation's leader in marketing livestock, but we at BioZyme are confident that we're at the forefront of the nutrition scene always. We thought it was a natural fit for the two of us to go together, partner on this program, get it in front of people, bring nutrition to the forefront, and show people that it is worth some more money to make the investment in your cattle to bring more money at the end of the day when you go to the market. From the very front end of the launch of this program and this partnership with Superior Livestock, we at BioZyme are getting more phone calls, we're getting more inquiries, and certainly seeing more load lots of cattle represented with these emblems along the way. It's continuing to gain traction, it's continuing to gain momentum, and I think it's just a great thing for the industry that these producers are getting recognized for the nutrition that they're putting into their cow herd and or their yearling and stalker calves.
I think the consumer, as we go forward, is going to become more and more knowledgeable about what we're doing in the cattle industry as far as these value-added programs and the health programs. And there isn't any question that the consumer wants a healthier product, they want a better product, they want a product that's safe.
We'd like to thank BioZyme and the Superior Livestock family for an informative show and a look at the next evolution in Superior's value-added lineup. For more information on what BioZyme can offer you or Superior's value-added programs, visit superiorlivestock.com. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or connect with us on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Pam Minnick for the entire American Rancher team. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.